Hey everyone, Alex here and welcome back. Now before we jump into today's update, let's take a quick step back. You see, over the last handful of years, we've certainly seen a roller coaster in the housing market. Home prices shot up during the pandemic, fueled by record low mortgage rates and fierce competition. Then in 2023 and 2024, things started to cool off as higher interest rates stretched affordability and pushed a lot of buyers and sellers off to the sidelines. Now here in 2025, something interesting is happening. The U.S. housing market is entering the most buyer-friendly spring session we've seen since the COVID-19 pandemic. And if you've been toying around with the idea of selling your home, it's time to get strategic. Gone are the days of listing high and expecting a bidding war the next morning. Today's market requires smart pricing, polished presentation, and the willingness to negotiate. And if you've been sitting patiently waiting for the right opportunity to buy, well, it's starting to look like the market might finally be tipping in your favor. Now, more listings, longer days in the market, and growing price reductions are giving buyers a little bit more breathing room, something we haven't seen in years. Today, we're going to be diving into Zillow's brand new April 2025 housing forecast, and there's a lot to unpack. We're going to be talking about price droppings, more homes for sale, changes in mortgage rates, and even what's happening with rents this year. So if you've been thinking about buying, selling, or even renting, you're going to want to hear this. And look, if you want to stay on top of what's happening in the market, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out and also tells us that you want to see more videos like this. We appreciate you, so thank you. Now, let's jump in. First up, home prices are expected to drop by 1.9% in 2025. Now, that's a pretty big shift compared to what Zillow was predicting just a few months ago. Originally, they thought the prices would go up slightly by 0.6%. But now, more homes are hitting the market and mortgage rates staying stubbornly high. Zillow is calling for a decline instead. Bottom line, more homes are available, higher mortgage costs. Sellers are starting to cut prices to attract buyers. So for buyers, this is actually really good news. More options and maybe even better deals ahead. Now for sellers, well, this is a stark reminder. You need to price your home realistically if you want it to move. Now, let's talk about mortgage rates because this is a big piece of the puzzle. So right now, rates are in a really unpredictable phase, but Zillow expects mortgage rates to end in 2025 around 6.5%, barring any major economic shocks. Now, that's better than the 7% rates that we were dealing with about a year ago, but still much higher than what the buyers were getting or what they were used to back during the pandemic. So what this means to you? Well, if the rates settle around the 6.5%, monthly payments might get a little bit more manageable. And with softer home prices, affordability could improve later on this year. Now, despite all this turbulence, Zillow actually expects existing home sales to rise this year about 3.3% higher than 2024, reaching 4.2 million homes sold. Now, here's the pattern that Zillow expects: a burst of activity in spring and early summer, then a normal seasonal slowdown heading into fall and winter. Now, if home prices keep softening and the rates dip close to the 6.5%, we could see even more buyers jump back into the market by the end of this year, which again is typically the slower time of the year. So, what about rents? Well, Zillow is forecasting single-family rents to rise 3.1% in 2025, multifamily rents to rise by 2.1%. Now, both of these increases are slower than what we've seen in recent years and slower than the long-term historic averages. Why is that, you may be wondering? Well, new apartment construction is starting to throttle back, slow down a bit. More single-family homes are being built instead. Plus, a lot of would-be buyers are holding out because of affordability and choosing to rent longer. Now, that's putting extra demand on single-family rentals, which could keep prices higher in this category. So to wrap things up here, home prices are softening but not crashing. Mortgage rates could settle near 6.5%. More inventory is giving buyers more power. And if you're renting, well, you can expect slightly higher prices, but not runaway increases. So if you're planning to buy and sell or rent this year, timing and strategy is going to be key here. It's going to be everything. So stay informed, stay flexible, and keep checking back because 2025 is shaping up to be one interesting year for the real estate industry. And if you're looking to buy or sell and need help, give me a call at 949-726-2600. I'm a local real estate agent who's called California home for the better part of 30 years. Well, friends, that's going to wrap up this update here for you today. If you found this video helpful, as I mentioned earlier, sure would appreciate you crushing that like button. Subscribe to the channel so we get to see more of each other. And as I mentioned a moment ago, if there are any questions or any topics that you would like to see us cover in the future, message me. Again, we're happy to help, or leave a comment down below. With that said, friends, I'm going to be shutting off the cameras, and I will see you in the next video.